Hey guys, I'm Jacob,
I'm Mark,
and this is episode 1 of Own Your Adventure, Own the Adventure.
and this is your first adventure with us. We have been recently getting into tropical fish tanks. This started several months back. I've been really getting into it and watching a lot of other YouTubers and really learning a lot from people, and I kind of want to give back in the same way from what I've learned and hopefully give some people starting out some good advice. But this is our first edition. We're going to do fish cribs. And this is my fish cribs, and I've been kind of going crazy with it. So we're also getting into a lot of other things, backpacking. We're big into hunting, outdoors.
Own the Adventure is going to be, it's going to be all over the place, really. Like Mark said, we are into hunting, fishing, backpacking, hiking. There's going to be obviously fish tanks in these videos.
Video games.
Yeah, video games is a big part of us. Being an adult, video games is hard, but it's still a big part of favorite pastime of both of ours. So,
Yep.
Own the Adventure is going to be all over the place. This channel is more so for us. We wanted kind of a way to kind of catalog our legacy a little bit. We thought it'd be a cool idea to share that with the world. So, things appeal to you, awesome. If they don't, that's cool too. Everybody has their own thing. The fish tank is really Mark's baby, but I will say that it is definitely a hobby that is infectious, and it has bled over to me, and we did a small video just a second ago on my tank. Mine's a little baby one compared to this 55-gallon monstrosity, but I'm pretty much going to let Mark take the wheel on this and talk you through what's going on.
So this is kind of my trial and error baby here. I've learned and lost, and I've kind of rushed into, but I started learning a lot. Like I said, on YouTube, there's some really great channels out there. I'll probably even link some of those in there. Aquarium Co-Op has been a huge one for me. King of DIY Aquariums. They're awesome people. Definitely check out their channels if you're wanting to get into fish tanks. Now this is my 55-gallon. I got it from PetSmart. It's a top fin. I don't know if I would buy the same one again. I would probably definitely go with a large tank like this for starting out. If you have the room, definitely do it. It makes your errors less significant because of the volume of water. But it comes with some really nice lighted hoods though, and a real nice big hang on the back filter. But I wanted to do a planted tank. We had, growing up, me and my sister, Alyssa, which my brother-in-law Jake is married to. But we had a 55-gallon tank growing up, and we never did live plants. But that's something new. Got into live plants. I've got a variety in here now, trying to get some established. And but my Amazon swords, you can see the big Amazon swords in the back. I got the Italian Val there, and Dwarf Sagittaria. I've got the Italian Val and Dwarf Sag from Aquarium Co-Op, and they've been awesome plants from them. Then I got some wisteria here. I got that from a local pet store, Tropical World. And then I got some Anubias Nana. I got that and the Amazon swords from a PetSmart, which took off pretty well. I did PetSmart's gravel, their live aquarium gravel, and then I put a nice kind of fine gravel over that, or sand, because for my Cory cats. We've got pepper Corys, Starby Corys in here, and then we've got mollies. They're kind of hard to see. They're all back there scavenging for food. This is the male creamsicle molly that I have, and I've got a silver molly there, and then there's a Dalmatian molly somewhere around there. And we got 2 platies. We've got 8 neon tetras swimming around there. And then we have a bunch of molly fry in here too. There's probably about 20, 30 little molly fry. So our mollies did have babies. Oh, and then I also got 3 mystery snails in here. I got a blue, a gold, and a black mystery snail, which are super cool. Recently we had another platy and we had another molly. Those actually died. I'm not sure what the cause is. I did not quarantine any of my fish originally because I didn't know about quarantining. This whole fish tank is under quarantine right now, so it's being treated and stuff. That's why the water's not super clear, and I haven't really done anything with it lately as far as cleaning it, but it's been an adventure. I'm definitely learning a lot from it and learning a lot from people on YouTube. So I don't know what the plans are really from here. I would like to add a few more fish, maybe some honey grammies in there. That's kind of my plan. It's probably some honey grammies. So this is kind of my fish tank expansion, and I wanted to have multiple tanks because there's so many fish I want to have and keep, and I can't keep in my community tank together because some of them will be aggressive or just not right for the environments. This is my little 10-gallon tank that I started here. I don't necessarily have a big plan for it, but I did plant some plants in there, got some Java moss going and stuff, and kind of just messing with it and stuff. But I think eventually I'm going to put my molly fry in here so they have a place to kind of grow up. And then so what happened is I got these off of Facebook Marketplace from local people, and I kind of started getting tanks, and then I found these 15-gallon tanks, and I was like, oh, I can do all these different tanks. So I built this whole stand in my room here, and then I've kind of just been expanding from there. So now the plan is this is going to be the molly fry tank and raise them in here, and then I'm going to do this one as a snail tank / quarantine tank. So I'm going to breed bladder snails in here for food for a fish I'm going to talk about here in a minute, and then I'm also going to quarantine my fish in here. So any new fish are going to come in here, get treated for a week or 2, and then we'll go in the tanks. So like Alyssa and Jake's fish, they'll go in here, we'll treat them, get them ready, and then they'll go up into their tanks. This tank, I've just recently decided that I'm going to do shell dwellers in here. They've just like super appealed to me. I've seen them at some local pet stores and stuff and just kind of fallen in love with them. So this one's getting ready to be a shell dweller tank. So that's going to be really cool, something we're going to feature and show on the channel here soon. And then this is my wife's pea puffer tank. She is, and so am I, we're really have fallen in love with the puffer fish, especially the pea puffers, just because they kind of can go in a smaller tank and they're super sociable, fun little fish. So we're going to try that out. We're going to do pea puffer, shell dwellers, our quarantine tank, and then this will be a fry tank.
Total chaos in here. Multiple shots fired. And there's a tank.
All right, so these little guys here in this small bowl, this is actually my sister's fish bowl, but I've been going through some health issues and stuff like that lately, and my mom actually got me 2 of these little guys, kind of to cheer me up and stuff, and I sitting there thinking about it because I couldn't really go outside and do much stuff because we're like we've said before, this channel is all about adventures and stuff, so I'm really active outdoors, big into hunting, duck, deer hunting, stuff like that. So this is a way for me to do something inside that is bringing nature to me. I love fish, they're relaxing, but I got these 3 little goldfish in here, and I love them to death. I took a bunch of bladder snails out of my 55-gallon because I thought they were a pest at first, and was throwing them in here in the goldfish tank just to hang on to them kind of and see what they would do, and they've actually kept this tank like spotless. So I don't have to do too many water changes or maintenance on them, and these little guys are just a lot of fun to watch, even though they're simple little feeder goldfish. King of DIY, he talks about his goldfish and how he is super, like, they're in his top 5, you know, and he's got some really amazing fish, and he's, you know, but he loves his goldfish. They're definitely in his top 5, and you know, I think they're definitely in my top 5, top 10 fish. So
this is Alyssa and mine's tank.
Mine.
Alyssa and mine's tank. Anyway, it's a 10-gallon. We did like a black sand substrate. We got some val on this side. We got some wisteria over here, and I think some val in the back. And we got some driftwood, natural driftwood with jamba moss growing on it. And we just took some fishing line and wrapped that together because it's actually 2 separate pieces of driftwood. Bubble rock, sponge filter, heater in the back, and a little digital thermometer back here in the back right corner. Anyway, so right now all we have in there is our bladder snails. We're going to be doing red cherry shrimp, blue cherry shrimp, or I think they're called blue velvet shrimp. They're the same species, just 2 different colors. And then I think the plan is after the shrimp get established, we're going to do chili rasboras and possibly a few autocats. And the long-term end goal for this tank is going to be like a very, very heavily planted. The little creatures in there feel nice and sheltered and protected, and have a bunch of little smaller. It's kind of a micro tank, not quite, or a nano tank. But yeah, that's the long-term goal. So shrimp first, chili rasboras, and then potentially at the end we're going to add in some autocats. The thing you have to kind of watch for with a shrimp tank, because this is kind of the guinea pig tank for shrimp. We haven't done shrimp in any of our tanks yet, and the thing that I've kind of read up on blogs and stuff like that online is people say with your shrimp, the big thing you have to watch out for is that shrimp are naturally prey for most fish out there. Especially with shrimp, if you're wanting to breed them, their fry are not necessarily microscopic, but they're itty bitty, and they're a snack for anything in your tank. So the one fish I've read that is totally safe, 100%, even with shrimp fry, is autocats, because autocats are algae eaters strictly, and they won't bother all of your shrimp or their fry. Chili rasboras are prone to eat the shrimp fry, but they will not eat the shrimp once they get bigger, so we're hoping that will be a good mixture of animal life in this tank.
alright guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our videos. Leave any comments on as far as what types of fish you like, any types of videos you would like to see us do on fish, as well as any other adventure, hunting, whatever, you know, give us feedback. Thanks so much for watching.
Like I said, this channel is absolutely in its juvenile or adolescent state. I mean, this is the first of our content, so of course it is only going to grow from here. But yeah, absolutely, same goes from my standpoint. Let us know in the comments what you guys would like to see in maybe future videos. If there is anything possibly that you were into that you would maybe have some feedback on our side of things, let us know. And we are absolutely open to suggestions, but stay tuned for more outdoorsy things, because we're getting back into that with it getting into the more like fall winter months. We definitely prefer the cold outside. So alright, thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. Until next time, I'm Jacob.
I'm Mark, and don't forget to own your adventure.
Mine.